You don't lack talent. You don't lack intelligence. You don't lack opportunity. So why are you still stuck? Why do you keep choosing the easy way, the familiar way, the comfortable way? Comfort feels safe, but comfort is silently killing your potential. Every day you tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow. I'll change when the time is right. I deserve a break. But deep down, you know the truth. Comfort is not protecting you. It's controlling you. Today, we're going to expose why you always choose comfort, how it keeps you small, and what it's secretly costing you. Your brain was never designed to make you successful. It was designed to keep you alive. Thousands of years ago, comfort meant safety, warmth, food, rest, survival. And that ancient wiring still controls you today. Every time you choose the easy option, your brain rewards you with a feeling of relief. No risk, no stress, no uncertainty. Comfort becomes a drug, and your mind becomes addicted to it without you even realizing it. That's why pushing yourself feels wrong. That's why discipline feels painful. Growth triggers alarms in your mind because discomfort is interpreted as danger. Your brain doesn't care about your dreams, your goals, or your potential. It only cares about keeping things familiar. So it whispers, stay where you are, don't try, don't struggle, and slowly, day by day, you obey not because you're weak, but because your biology is powerful. There was a time when comfort saved you. It helped you survive moments of pain, failure, or exhaustion. It gave you space to breathe when life felt heavy. And in those moments, comfort was necessary. It protected you when you were wounded, overwhelmed, or unsure of your next step. But what protects you in one season can trap you in the next. The problem begins when you stay there too long. What started as rest quietly turns into avoidance. Days become habits. Habits become a lifestyle. And without noticing, you stop reaching, stop risking, stop believing you're capable of more. Comfort doesn't announce that it's holding you back. It slowly lowers your standards. You don't fail suddenly. You settle gradually. And one day, you wake up realizing that the life you're living is far smaller than the life you once imagined. Comfort never shouts. It whispers. It speaks in a calm, reasonable voice that sounds like logic, but is actually fear in disguise. It tells you have time. There's no rush, even while days slip into years. It says you deserve rest, not because you're exhausted, but because effort feels uncomfortable. Comfort convinces you that waiting is wise, that delaying is smart, that staying still is safe. It tells you you're not ready yet, that you need one more sign, one more plan, one more perfect moment. But the truth is, comfort doesn't want you ready, it wants you frozen. These lies feel gentle, but their impact is brutal. They slowly drain your urgency, weaken your discipline, and numb your hunger for more. And the most dangerous part is this. The longer you listen, the more normal inaction begins to feel, until doing nothing feels easier than trying. Discomfort doesn't just challenge your actions, it challenges who you believe you are. When you step outside comfort, it feels like a personal attack because your identity is involved. Your mind whispers, what if you fail? But what it really means is, what if failing proves something about you? Fear becomes emotional, not logical. It's not just fear of losing, it's fear of being exposed, judged, or feeling small. Your ego wants to protect the version of you that already exists. It clings to familiar habits, familiar limits, familiar excuses. Discomfort threatens that identity because growth requires change, and change means becoming someone unfamiliar. That's why your heart races before taking a risk. That's why procrastination feels safer than trying. Your mind would rather keep you comfortable in a story, than let you rewrite yourself in a chapter you haven't lived yet. Every single day, you stand at a quiet crossroads, even if you don't notice it. One path feels easy, familiar, and painless. The other feels heavy, demanding, and uncertain. Comfort asks nothing from you right now. Purpose asks everything before it gives anything back. So most people choose comfort, not because they don't want more, but because they don't want the effort that comes before more. Comfort gives you pleasure without progress. Purpose demands discipline before reward. Each time you choose the easy option, you train yourself to avoid challenge. Each time you choose the harder path, you build self-respect. This choice isn't dramatic or loud, it's made in small moments. Hitting snooze, avoiding the work, settling for good enough, and overtime. Those small decisions shape the direction of your entire life, whether you realize it or not. Nothing meaningful is built without pain. Every transformation demands a level of discomfort that tests your commitment. But somewhere along the way, you were taught to believe that pain means something is wrong. That struggle is a sign to stop. In reality, pain is often a signal that you are growing beyond who you used to be. Muscles tear before they grow stronger. Confidence is built only after moments of doubt. Pain doesn't mean you're failing, it means you're stretching. It means you're leaving behind the version of yourself that stayed safe and familiar. The people you admire didn't avoid discomfort. They walked straight through it. They learned to carry the weight before they earned the strength. Growth is not gentle. It's demanding, uncomfortable, and sometimes lonely. But every time you endure that pain instead of escaping it, you step closer to the person you are capable of becoming. Breaking the comfort cycle doesn't start with changing your life, it starts with changing the conversation in your mind. You've been waiting to feel ready, motivated, or confident. But those feelings come after action, not before. Comfort trains you to wait. Growth demands that you move first. The moment you stop asking, "Do I feel like it?" and start asking, "What does this moment require?" everything begins to shift. You learn to sit with discomfort instead of running from it. You stop chasing pleasure and start choosing progress. Small, uncomfortable actions become your new normal: speaking up, showing up, starting before you're prepared. You realize that discomfort won't kill you, but avoidance slowly will. This mindset isn't about being fearless. It's about being willing to act while uncertain, willing to move while uncomfortable, willing to grow even when every part of you wants to stay the same. Change doesn't arrive with fireworks or a perfect plan. It begins in a quiet moment when you decide to respond differently than you always have. The moment you don't hit snooze. The moment you start even though fear is loud. The moment you choose effort over ease. That single decision may feel small, but it carries enormous weight. It breaks the pattern your mind is used to following. Your brain resists at first, because comfort has been in control for a long time. But each time you choose differently, its power weakens. Action creates momentum, and momentum builds belief. You don't suddenly become confident, you become confident by proving to yourself that you can move despite discomfort. These moments stack up. One hard choice leads to another, and slowly, without realizing it, you begin to trust yourself again. Because you're finally keeping the promises you make to yourself. One day, the noise will stop, and you'll be left alone with the life you built through your choices. Not the choices you planned to make, but the ones you repeated every day. The future you is being shaped right now. In these ordinary moments where comfort asks you to stay the same, and courage asks you to step forward. Regret doesn't come from failing, it comes from knowing you never truly tried. The effort you avoid today doesn't disappear. It waits for you in another form: frustration, self-doubt, or the quiet pain of unrealized potential. The life you want isn't far away. It's just hidden behind the discomfort you keep postponing. Every day you delay is a day you vote against the person you could become. Today is not just another day. It's a decision point, and the direction you choose now echoes far beyond this moment.